I think I can speak for every single man that's ever dealt with the female when I say that when a woman's like clearly wrong and she just does not take accountability for her actions or she doesn't apologize, it's one of the most frustrating things in the world. Now, I have had girlfriends that after some time have came back and apologized for what they did. So I'm not saying that all women never take accountability, but in order to understand why it's so difficult for them to do that, why there are memes of like women like passing out trying to take accountability for the first time, is just because we need to understand traditional feminine behavior. Women have always been women. They've always been like this, guys. This isn't something that just occurred out of nowhere. Women have always been like that. And when you understand this, while it's frustrating, you just understand that women are going to be like this and nothing's going to change. So I will explain to you guys in this video why they are like that, and then I'm going to give you some reasons or like some ways on how to actually get them to take accountability, because there is one way that you can get them to come back and apologize, and it's actually the most manly thing that you can do. So before I get into the video, I want to say, if you like what you see inside of this video, if you're a man right now that wants to learn how to communicate better with women and have better relationships with them in 60 days or less, check out the link in the description. I have a program that might be for you. Watch that video, and if you think I can help you, book a time to speak with me, and then we can really figure it out. Okay, guys, so we have to understand traditional feminine behavior in order to understand why this is. There's really two reasons as to why women don't do this. So number one is because since women are emotional, we know that if a woman, let's say a woman hurts your feelings, that's going to make her responsible for hurting your feelings. And if she's responsible for hurting your feelings, that's going to make her feel bad as well. And a woman does not want to feel bad. So that's one reason. That doesn't necessarily correlate to what we're going to talk about in this video, but the second one does. The second one is men are physically stronger than women. Men have always been that way. I get there's some girls out there that are, built, but for the most part, men are just physically bigger and built than women are. So a woman is going to avoid taking, or a woman's going to try to avoid any kind of conflict. That means that if you guys get into an argument, she's going to try to like push things off or blame something, blame it on you or blame it on something else and not take accountability, because if she accepts responsibility for that, that's going to make you upset, and then you can potentially hurt her. So actually those two reasons do kind of play hand in hand, because it could be like one or the other. Because if she engages in conflict with you and that makes you upset, even though she's blatantly wrong, you might possibly hurt her. So in order for her to not feel bad and then not possibly get hurt, she's going to try to blame something else or blame you or do anything but accept that she's wrong, because then she's got to take accountability for that, and then she's to blame, and then that's going to make her feel bad, and then you're going to get upset at her even more. So those actually do tie in together, but that's normal feminine behavior. Those are the two main reasons why a woman will not take accountability or responsibility or apologize for fucking anything. That's why. When you understand that, now look, I mean, there are women out there that are very manipulative and they just will not do it regardless of feminine nature. They're just like the quote unquote like the narcissists that everybody think they are. Okay, there are those bad eggs out there, but there are men like that as well. I'm not saying that all women are like that and not all men are like that. I'm somebody, I can take responsibility for my actions because I'm a man. I know I can. Some guys can't. So that's the reasons why. Now, in order to get a woman, this is assuming this girl really likes you. This is assuming this girl loves you and you guys have like an emotional bond and you guys have like been dating for a while. Because if this is a girl that you just met, this is not going to work because there's not enough emotional investment in there. However, in order to make a woman, I wouldn't say make her, but in order to potentially get her to come back and apologize, you have to do the most manliest thing that you can possibly do. If this girl is blatantly in the wrong and you know that, you have to walk away from this girl. That means that if you guys are arguing and she's blowing up at you and you don't like the way she's talking to you, you need to tell her, I don't like the way you're speaking to me. When you calm down, you want to come and apologize, then we can have this conversation or we can come back to normal. Or if she like it does something that crosses your boundaries and that's a total game, that's a total absolute no-no for you. If it means you have to break up with that girl, then you need to break up with that woman, because you need to earn a woman's respect. So if she's seeing that you're willing to walk away because of her fucking behavior, and you know that you're going to be able to find another woman in the future, if that girl loves you because of her feelings, in time she's going to come back and apologize and admit that she's wrong. And then if she does that, I think it's reasonable to make her prove that she's willing to fix whatever it is that she messed up. So that, whatever you're willing to do to make her prove it, I think it's worth that. But if you break up with the girl and she doesn't like prove that she's wrong and she's not showing you that she's going to change, she's going to keep doing the same thing, because once someone shows you who they are the first time, you always got to believe them. So if you get cheated on and she does it, I've seen guys that have taken girls back that have cheated on them. If she cheated on you once, bro, she's going to do it again. So in that situation, if that girl cheats on you and you break up with her and you walk away, you might hear from that girl again in the future apologizing, but I would never take a girl back like that. However, I'm just trying to beat that point across, guys. The only way, the strongest negotiating position you can be in is walking away and meeting it. If you do not like this girl's behavior, you don't like what she did, the only way that you can even get her to come back and apologize is just walking away and leaving this girl behind and going and finding a girl that's either not going to do this or that's going to treat you much better. And if this girl comes back and apologizes, which is what we want, then we need to see that she's willing to do stuff to make sure that this disagreement never happens again. You're the man, you're the leader. What you say should go. You're going to get women that push back on that, like, no, that's just not right. No, but a traditional man is the leader of the family. What you say goes, not the other way around. You guys need to think like this, because if you think like this, you're going to find a woman that's a traditional woman that's not any of this like modern day like feminist, bullshit we see, especially on TikTok. And then you're going to get a girl that's going to be 100% cooperative. Remember, guys, because at the end of the day, we want a girl that's easygoing, easy to get along with, and fun to be around. This is how you can do that. So if you like this video, gentlemen, please like, comment, and subscribe. And hey, if you're a guy right now that wants to communicate better with women, 60 days or less, remember, guys, I have a program. Watch that video on the next page. It's going to tell you what you're going to get, how it's going to help you. And if you think I can help you, book a time to speak with me on the phone, and we can talk to see if it actually makes sense for you to join. Because depending on your goals, gentlemen, I might not be able to help. The program might not be able to help you. I don't know unless we speak. So with that said, if you like this video, guys, check out this one right here. Guys, you're going to love that one as well. Gentlemen, hey, see you guys in the next one.